aparecer aqui. Você consegue entrar pra gente? Tentar de novo, se quiser assim. Igualmente. Que legal.
Não está aparecendo aqui.
É. Eu não sei o
No
que ele
YouTube,
faz, então. Ó,
no Instagram
live
também.
vídeo, ele tá dizendo que tá. Não, tá aparecendo no YouTube agora. No Face tá aparecendo. Na tela.
Tá. No Face tá. No
Entra
Instagram,
no meu
não.
Face, então, que vai aparecer no- tá. Tenta comentar alguma coisa, né? Só pra gente ver se aparece nos comentários aqui. Qualquer coisa. Deixa eu colocar teste mesmo. Não aparece não.
No YouTube não tá. E no Instagram, como é que eu teria que fazer? Eu tô logada.
Só tem que postar o link, né? Porque as pessoas vão ter que entrar aqui.
Mas não apareceria a live no Instagram, na minha conta?
Ela não tá logada na gente aqui, né? Depois a gente tem que logar no Video. Ela não tava. A gente só tem que tomar cuidado que tudo que a gente está falando aqui tá no broadcast, tá? Nesse momento. É, ó, apareceu aqui a Carol, tá aparecendo para mim como uma pessoa logada. Porém, não tem lugar para ver os comentários.
É, aqui tá aparecendo que tá ativo no YouTube da Witch.
Uhum.
Mas eu não tô enxergando lá.
Apareceu uma mensagem ali. Ver se apareceu uma mensagem. Não apareceu ainda. Conversa ao vivo. É essa conversa ao vivo? Você...
Agora mostrou de novo que tá conectado no YouTube do Witch
Bora,
Coaching,
bora.
no Facebook
Obrigado.
e no Witch Coaching Facebook.
Tá.
Mas não em nenhum Instagram.
Uhum. Você colocou alguma coisa no. Apareceu aqui a mensagem. Ah, não, mas é porque ele fez um post para todos os canais. Mas o que a Carol postou não aparece aqui pra gente. Bom, deixa eu dar a última passada aqui, 2 minutinhos, né? Vou tirar a gente daqui, tá? Eu te habilito, eu coloco nós dois nessa tela, eu vou colocar naquela tela que é a de que nós dois aparecemos, tá? Aí eu vou deixar no primeiro slide, na hora que eu colocar o primeiro slide, eu passo a palavra para você, eu abro o teu microfone, tá?
Tá.
Ok? Vamos lá, esse aqui vamos tirar.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our live event. Today, we're going to talk about something very, very important is longevity. We're here, Gilberto and I, and this is a part of a series sessions that we have inside our program called Fast Forward to 100. The idea of this program is to help you get to 100 years with a lot of energy, prosperity, and also feeling that you are adding value to people's life. So this is not a conversation about living longer just for sake of it. It's about living better for longer and preparing for the future. Many of us who have decades more life than we planned for before. So normally you used to plan for 20, 30 more years. And nowadays with the evolution of technology and everything, we will live longer. So we need to plan better. We're bringing this topic from two angles. The background that Gilberto has in technology as an executive with more than 25 years of experience, and also representing all the AI platforms that he has been working, and plus his vision as a coach on how we can use technology to enhance our longevity, and also how what is the impact of this in our careers. So love to welcome Gilberto to be our speaker of the day. And after he does his presentation, we will have some the floor open for questions, and I will be moderating the questions. So welcome, Gilberto, and thank you so much for being here today with me.
Thank you, Bettina, and thank you everyone for being here with us. Basically, what we are understanding today is you are 45 plus, you're likely in a phase of transition. You might be thinking about health, energy, purpose, and also about money, retirement, and everything that you will have on this next chapter of your life. Longevity changes the math. If you live 10, 20, or even 30 years longer than previous generations, it impacts almost everything about our body, about our mindset, our career strategy, our finances, and relationships. So, the main question I want to hold you today is simple. If you might live close to 100 years, are you designing that life or are you just hoping it works out? So let's redefine longevity. The old idea was basically how do we extend lifespan? The modern idea is different. It's about health span, the years um, you have on a good physical function, mental clarity, emotional balance, and independence. Because living longer without quality can become a problem, not a gift. So, longevity today is really about vitality, capability, and freedom over longer horizon. That shift from lifespan to health span is one of the most important mindset upgrades we can make. So, a longer life focuses us to redesign the traditional model of life stages. For a long time, society followed a simple script: study, work, retire. But with longevity, that script breaks. A retirement that lasts 20, 30 years is not just a financial question, it's an identity question, a purpose question, a health question. So we have to rethink everything. How do we keep learning? How do we stay relevant? How do we stay connected? How do we keep contributing? In other words, longevity is not only biology, it's a life design. So, This is why Fast Forward to 100 is built for. We have 6 pillars: technology, longevity, mindset, financial independence, career reinvention, and networking. Longevity is the deadline today, but it's connected to all the other pillars. If you want to live longer and better, you need systems that support your health, a mindset that supports change, financial strategy for a longer runway, a reinvention approach to your career, and a network that keeps you strong and relevant. Today, I'm going to connect these dots and leave you with a practical plan. So, let's talk about what's new in this era: technology, especially AI. We are moving from a healthcare model that is mostly reactive, meaning we treat disease after it shows up, to a more proactive model, meaning we detect risk earlier and intervene sooner. AI, automation, robotics, and data platforms are accelerating this shift. And just to be clear, technology is not magic, but when used well, it can improve timing, accuracy, personalization, and access that can directly impact health outcomes, independence, and quality of life. Let's make AI practical in a few clear examples. First, AI-assisted diagnostics. Sorry. AI can help you identify patterns in imagining lab results, in patient history, sometimes earlier than traditional approaches. Second, personalized risk prediction. Instead of genetic advice, systems can estimate individual risk profiles and recommend preventive pathways. Third, continuous monitoring. Wearables and remote monitoring can detect anomalies, trends, and early warning systems or signs, and support behavior change over time. This doesn't eliminate doctors. It strengthens decision-making and prevention, and it can support independence as we age. Another major shift is personalized medicine. We are entering in an era where data, including genomic data and longitudinal health data, can help us understand what works best for each individual. The opportunity is big: more precise treatments, fewer trial and error cycles, and earlier interventions. But we also need to be responsible. Privacy, consent, and ethical use of health data matter. Longevity tech must be human-centered, transparent, and trustworthy. The goal is not to become obsessed with data. The goal is to use data to make better choices sooner. Longevity has an economic impact in 2 levels. At a societal level, aging populations put pressure on healthcare systems, pension systems, and workforce productivity. But there is also a positive side. With the right support, with assistive technologies, people can stay independent longer and can contribute longer, reducing overall burden. Now, at a personal level, longevity creates a risk I call the longevity gap. You might outlive your financial plan and your skill relevance and your health margin. So longevity requires proactive planning, not only for money, but for your entire life system. So let's bring this back to what we can control directly. The fundamental still win: sleep, nutrition, movement, stress management, and preventive care. Here's the key message: no technology outperforms daily habits. AI can support you, remind you, personalize recommendation, track progress, and reduce friction. But the foundation is still your personal operating system, built through consistent behavior. The goal is not intensity for 1 month. The goal is consistency for decades. Now let's talk about mindset. Many people unconsciously adopt a decline narrative after 45. But longevity requires a different story, a redesigned narrative. This means shifting from "I'm too old to start" to "I have enough experience to start smarter." "My best years are behind me," or "my next year can be engineered." I need certainty to I need adaptability. So mindset is not motivation. Mindset is the ability to make decisions aligned to a longer future, even when change is uncomfortable. Financial independence becomes more than important in under longevity, because if you live longer, you will need longer financial stability, more resilience against shocks, and more options, not fewer. Also, longevity can mean longer earning window, not just a longer retirement. So, financial strategy is not about saving, it's about building skills and income flexibility. A useful way to frame this: your goal is to buy optionality, to be able to choose how to work, when you work, and what you're going to focus on over a longer life. This leads naturally to a career reinvention. In a 100-year life, the idea is one of the linear career becomes outdated. The new model is a multi-stage career. That could mean transitions like leader to advisor, employee to consultant, specialist to teacher, operator to builder. Your experience is a huge asset, but it must connect with modern tools and modern market needs. A practical approach is: keep your credibility, upgrade your skills, and reposition your value. Career reinvention is the bridge between longevity and financial independence. Now let's talk about networking, because it's often underestimated. Social connection, is a health factor. It also is a career factor. It's also a resilience factor. In a longer life, your network becomes your opportunity engine for learning, for partnerships, for emotional support, and for reinvention. And I want to highlight something important. Inter, sorry about that. This word, I don't know if you are going to need to connect with people with multiple generations. Relationships are powerful to keep you updated, curious, connected to what's next. Networking is not transactions. It's a long-term relevance and a long-term support. Let's close it with an actionable plan. Think in 30 days, not 30 years. Here's a simple starting plan. Health. Choose one habit to stabilize, like sleep or movement. Mindset. Write a 10-line, 100-year life version. What do you want the next decades to feel like? Finance. Identify one risk and one lever, something you can change this month. Career. Take one reinvention step. Learn, ship, teach, consult, or build. Technology. Adopt one, just one AI tool that increases your productivity. Network. Reconnect with 3 people and meet one new person. The final message is longevity is not something that happens to you. It's something you prepare for. I think that's pretty much this, Bettina and everyone. We need to understand where are we going from today on. So basically, let's plan it correctly and let's understand that the directions we target today are going to be our future. I don't know if we have questions, Bettina. Sorry, we can't hear you. I don't know if you were on mute. Oh, here we are. Go ahead.
Thank you, Gilberto. Thank you so much. I think your presentation was great to really highlight the most important points of longevity. And I love the 30-day plan. I think if we start small, we can get there. The compound effect is really huge. I love. Maybe at the end we can recap those suggestions. But we do have one question here is about longevity. Carla here is asking, when you say longevity, are you talking about living longer or living healthier?
Both, but the priority is health span. Longevity without quality is not a win. The real goal is to extend the years when you are functional, independent, mentally sharp, and emotionally balanced. A longer life becomes valuable when those added years are good years. So live, prepare, and understand what you are going to face.
Thank you. We have another question from Paulo, and he's saying, I'm 42 years old, and I want to know what are the biggest mistakes people 45 and up are doing about longevity?
I think that the treat is a health only topic. Longevity is a life design topic. It affects career, finances, identity, relationships, learning. If you only focus on diet and exercise, but if you ignore skills, income, purpose, you're going to create a gap that shows up later.
Thank you. We have another question here is from Anna Marie, and she's asking, is living to 100 realistic or is just this marketing?
Good question. It's realistic. As we are planning horizon, not a promise. many people are not going to hit 100, but many will live much longer than that. So planning for a longer life gives you margin and options. If you plan for 70, I don't know, reach 90, um, can you be financially, emotionally painful? Um, let's understand this kind of thing. We do have a lot of factors that are increasing our lifespan right now. Okay, we are talking about AI, for example. Every time that I go to, I don't know, any Instagram or any feed, okay, you're going to see a lot of cases of people, physicians, scientists, that are understanding how the main problems of our health are affecting us. We are facing cures, we are experimenting new treatments. So this is going to extend our lifespan. So this is not a marketing thing. Okay, we are going to get there. In my personal opinion, okay, and when we created this course with Bettina, I was aiming 150. Okay, Bettina just put me a little realistic on that, but my personal goal is to go to 150. So I'm one third of that right now. So let's keep focused.
Okay, we have another question from Linda. She's asking, how do we connect technology AI to longevity in a practical way?
Practical means three things: earlier detection, better personalization, and continuous support. AI can help you spot risk earlier, tailor recommendations based on data, and reduce friction through monitoring and reminders. It's not science fiction. It's already happening in diagnostics, remote care, and preventive health. So that's it.
Yeah, I work in the Health Coaching Association and I see a lot of technology coming in to help even health coaches to support their clients. And there is another very interesting question. It's from someone from the medical field. Fabio here is asking, should people be worried that AI will replace doctors and human care?
The better framing is augmentation, not replacement. AI can accelerate analysis, pattern recognition, but trust, ethics, and decisions still require humans. The best outcomes happen when AI supports physicians and patients with better information earlier and more accurately.
Perfect. And this is one of my question to you is, can you summarize three habits that you recommend for people that are aiming to longevity?
I think that we spoke about it before, but basically, we need to keep our bodies well. So, have a routine of exercise is something that we need, is not we should, we need. The second thing is keep our mind sharp. Our mind is pretty much like a muscle. So if you don't exercise it, it's going to shrink or it's going to let you down. So think about it. You need to exercise your mind on a daily basis too. And the third one, we are talking a lot about it, is how you network. How do you talk with your family? How do you talk to your friends? So this community is going to keep you on the loop of everything. So support from these people are going to give you more energy to do everything.
Thank you. So we have another question from Paulo. He's saying, how should someone that's 45 and up think about retirement if we may live longer?
Retirement should be redesigned. If you take all the retirement plans today, you're going to see that they are not going to support all those years that we are talking here. For many people, the best model is not stop working. It's change the way you work. Think in terms of optionally, I don't know, multiple stages, intense work phases, lighter advisory phases, learning phases, contribution phases. It's less about quitting and more about choosing. I will give you a simple example of myself. I used to work, I don't know, 16 hours a day 10 years ago or something to make the same income that I do today working 3, 4, or 5 hours. It's not about taking this 11 extra hours to rest or something, but to keep my mind sharp, to study, to learn, to teach, and to do other things or to plan my future. So this is all about using your time better.
Thank you. We have several more questions. Can I still continue? I think we have three more.
Go ahead.
Okay. Julia is saying here, I'm feeling stuck. What do you suggest me to do to reinvent my career?
Okay. Um, Start small and concrete. Choose one direction and take one step in 30 days. A new skill, a new certification, a small consulting offer, a portfolio project, or teaching what you already know. Reinvention is not a big leap. It's a sequence of experiments that creates momentum. So understand this kind of thing. Maybe it's time in your life that you can choose what you really like and do it. Okay. New skills, if you need, go ahead and seek this kind of stuff. But basically, we do have a huge opportunity right now. We used to say that the better job we have is the one that we like to do, right? So, what do you like to do? Can you do it right now? What do you need to do it? So, take this moment, take this knowledge that you have right now, and use it in to yourself.
Thank you, Gilberto. Another one from Emerson, he's asking, how can he work towards financial independency in this context of longevity without feeling overwhelmed?
This is a good one. Use a simple approach. Identify one risk and one lever. A risk could be a debt, low savings rate, or a no backup plan. A lever could be reducing one expense category, increasing income through a skill, automating savings. Longevity planning becomes manageable when you focus on one improvement at a time. So do it.
Thank you. I think the last one is the person is asking the same thing that I was asking. Can you say again the 30-day plan? Can you repeat what was included on a 30-day plan?
Okay, I will try to put it on my mind and then we can move up again and maybe talk about it again. Okay, but write one page a one page, 100 year life plan. Not perfect, just real. Include what you want to your health to feel like, and how do you want to earn and contribute? What financial stability means to you, and who you want around you. When you put it on a paper, you move from a vague anxiety to an intentional design. And this changes everything.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Bettina. I think that's everything for right now. But let's understand that this is a part of a process that we have. We created this program, okay, called Fast Forward to 100. And basically, what is this program? Is something that you can use. Sorry, we are not appearing on the screen. I don't know why. Let's switch back to us. But we created this program just to help people that are facing these challenges or they are worried about what is going on in a world that every day we have a lot of questions about: are we going to live longer? Are we going to be replaced by machines, by AI? Okay. Um, can I support my family? Can I support, I don't know, my life, the life that I want for 20, 30, or more years? So this is what we are talking about on our course. We do have a free class, okay, that is going to talk about a lot of things that we were talking today. Okay, this is free for you. You can reach it on our website, but you can reach us, talk to us on all the social media platforms we have. Okay, just to support you, to let you thrive. And I think that's pretty much this, right, Bettina? You have any
Yes. Thank you
final
so much.
thoughts?
I think today we touch an important topic, and every week we will come back, same time here on social media, to talk about a different pillar from our program. So just check it out, our free class. And if you like to talk with us, we'll be here for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.